Usually, when you set out to achieve a goal, the moment you decide to stop being average and mediocre, that's when your problem begins. Let's take the story of Mary, for instance. An angel appeared and said, "You are highly favored." But I've studied the story of Mary, and after that statement, there was nothing that constituted favor. Her marriage was about to be jeopardized, and you understand, ladies, if you're watching, how difficult it is to get married. Talk more of a responsible man in your corner. I'm innocent and I heard you're pregnant, so I'm going to return you to your father's house. No one is going to know what transpired. Once that one was resolved, she found it difficult to bear this so-called Messiah. She had to deliver in a manger. Next, Herod hears that there's some kind of Messiah and he wants to kill both you and your child. Now you have to run. So she was in the middle of an implosion. Although he said you are highly favored. Extrapolate towards your own life. The moment you decided to become better, the moment you decide to cut the bullshit, I'm going to be the best version of myself, it's as though an embargo of antagonism was placed on your forehead. Anywhere you see this young man, treat him badly. Friends begin to resent you, your colleagues begin to hate you. It causes this kind of loneliness. And psychologists will tell us that loneliness is what leads to depression, because loneliness is a direct idea, is a direct statement that you are not wanted or useful as touching that sociological context or that group or that family or that society. It is a terrible thing. So will psychology tell us. I remember when I was a young man, about to get into college with great exuberance, gyrating and all of that. Got into college, rented my own apartment, and I was in between pages of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Inspired to take action, I decided to get a roommate in order to create cash flow. I'm sure some of you who have read this book understand how the story ends. So to create cash flow. So one day, I entered the bank, about to pay my school dues. Met this guy, dashing young man, great guy, tough guy. Met him, we got into a conversation. We started talking, conversing for hours. A conversation that was supposed to last for minutes evolved into hours. We exchanged phone numbers, and immediately I arrived home, something very interesting happened. I got 4 missed calls from an unknown caller. When I was done with everything, I called the number. "Hello, this number is not registered." "Oh, let's call him Mark. It's Mark." "Hello, Mark, how are you doing?" Got into a conversation. "I'm looking for a roommate. Why don't you come move in?" "Awesome. Alright, I'll move in next week. I'll send you my own share of the rent." Like, yeah, what I'm reading is, I'm making progress with what I'm reading, plus I'm taking action. 2 weeks into the relationship, he said, "Bro, there's something I have to tell you." "Alright, I'm busy with my school activities. Once I'm done, I'll let you know." "Yo, bro, what did you want to tell me about?" There's this my cousin. He's stranded. He's really in need of an apartment. Can you come stay here with us for maybe a few weeks?" "Alright." 2 days later, this cousin showed up. Some average looking guy. He comes up to me. "Hello, hi. My name is," let's call him John. "My name is John." "Hello, John, how are you doing?" John then says to me, "I smoke." Like, alright, as long as you don't do it within this vicinity, it's fine. As the days begin to progress, John became more audacious with this his drug addict habit. Started smoking within our vicinity, smoking every single place. I got fed up and I spoke to Mark. "Tell this your cousin or whatever to leave this place. I'm not comfortable with what he's doing." He pleaded, he said he was not going to do it again, etc, etc, etc. But as soon as he paid, he made some kind of deposit. As touching the rent, he became more audacious. He was in the apartment. blaring music while I'm studying and trying to make an intelligent analysis of the stock market or trying to make some kind of study. Blaring music, smoke. He invited his friends over, everybody smoking, and it was just a terrible sight. I remember going outside the apartment and all my neighbors were smokers. Moved to the next compound, an extension of smokers. So that ecosystem, because my beliefs diverges with their belief system, automatically it created me, or it put me in an isolation spot. So I was isolated and lonely in that moment. Something very interesting happened. Few years later, I can't remember what I was doing. I get this call from an unknown number. I didn't pick it up because I don't answer phone calls. Doesn't mean you're wasting effort. I heard this story of a general who his adversary outnumbered his men. Immediately arrived at the island, unpacked the equipment, instructed his men to burn the ships. As these ships are going in flames, it means we have no option except to win. We have to win. Guess what happened? They won. You have to put yourself in a scenario where you have nothing but to win. That's how winners think. You don't know what it means like to have blaring music. Sing while you're trying to make an intelligent analysis on the stock market, or have girls come around you, but you can't because your dream will go up in smoke. You don't know what it feels like to have people ridicule you because of your diverging belief system, and give up every single thing. All I know is my craft. Have you ever been put in a position where you have to roll a dice and get a 6? What if you don't get a 6? No. I have to get a 6. What if you don't? I have to. You have to be desperate and hungry for whatever it is you seek to desire. Possess it, it's yours. Sometimes when you find yourself in the dark, you're not dead, you've just been planted. Stop complaining and whining. Majority of you, I want you to embark on challenges. Start doing difficult things, because difficult things makes life easier. Not just from a financial standpoint. Take for instance, a gym guy, someone that goes to the gym and tears down his muscles for growth. Sticks his foot on the door. Ouch. Carries on with his day because he is accustomed to pain. But some depressed dude hits his foot on the door. Why me? Stomps on the floor. To him, that's already a sign that today is going to be terrible. It's already a scenario to get him on bed, scroll throughout the day listening to sad and depressed songs, talking about how terrible his life is and how sad his existence is. Of course, you're not accustomed to pain, so any single thing gets you off course. Start doing things now. You're not the only one who's going through a tough time. You're not the only person who feels like giving up. Don't give up. As always, friends, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you next one.